Now in this video, we are going to take up one more Python program, how to print all the prime numbers in an interval. So that means if I enter one number, I should be able to say what is the prime number of that. Suppose if I want to give a range of numbers, that means from in an interval, suppose I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10, which are all the prime numbers I want, 1 to 100 or 100 to 200, which are all the prime numbers I want to check. In such cases, how to write a program for that? So first of all, what is a prime number? Prime number is the one wherein it is divisible by itself and by 1. If these two conditions is satisfied, then it is called as a prime number. And in other than that, then if it is divisible by any other number other than these two, then it is not a prime number. So since it says an interval, so I should have two numbers. One is the lower and the other one is upper. Lower equals int input, enter the lower limit number here. So that means I want to start from where to start and I want to end where to end. So that is the meaning of this. Lower. So in a Python program, always whenever they give the input, it will always be considered as a string. So I want to convert that into an integer. So that is the reason why I'm using the int function. So then I will say upper int input, enter the upper limit number here. Yes. So what is the output? The output is enter the lower limit number is 2. The upper limit number is 50. So for num in range, lower comma upper plus 1, because I want to check the numbers from the entered number to the last number. So what is the lower limit? The lower limit is 2. The upper limit is 50. Suppose if I don't use upper plus 1, then what happens? It will check only up to 49. Because 1 less than the number what it has been entered in the program. Since I want to include upper also, that is the upper limit number also. So I need to give upper plus 1, then it becomes 50 plus 1. So 2 comma 51. 2 comma 51. If you do that, then it will check from 2 to 50. So that is the meaning of it. Then, what is that? If num is greater than 1, what is num value? Suppose if the lower is 2. So initially it takes the value of 2. So what is that? Num is 2. If 2 is greater than 1, condition is true. Then for I in range 2 comma num. Correct? So what is the num value? 2. So it won't execute this block. It comes out. Yes. Print num. What is the num? It will be 2. So you get 2. Then I will go for 3. Okay. Is 3 is less than 50? 1. Yes. 3 is greater than 1? Yes. 2 comma 3. If condition is true, 2 initially takes 2. 3% 2 is equal to 0? No. It comes out. Again it goes back. 2 comma 3. Only 1 will, only 2 it will go to take. It won't go to this. It comes out of the loop. Yes, print num. So whichever the number which you have a prime number, then that number will be printed. So it will take 3. Now it goes to 4. Is 4 is less than 51? Yes. 4 is greater than 1. Condition is true. 2 comma 4 means 2 comma 3. Then what happens? First it will take the value of num as 4. 4% I 2. 4% I is equal to 0. Yes. 4% 2 is equal to 0. Yes. The remainder is 0. So breaks that statement. Again it goes back. Because since it is remainder is 0, condition becomes true. Then it will go for the 5. Is 5 is less than 51? Condition is true. Is 5 is greater than 1? Condition is true. So then 5, 2 comma 5. So means 2, 3, 4 I want to check. So 5 divided by 2, 5% I, 5% 2 is equal to 0? No. Again it goes back. It takes 3, increments by 1. 5% 3 is equal to 0? No. Again it goes back. 3 plus 1 it becomes 4. 2 comma 4. That is 5% 4 is equal to 0? No. Condition is false. Again it goes back. 2 comma 5. No. It comes out. So it comes to this. Print num. What is the num value? Num is 5. So that is the reason why you are printing 5. So this is how it will go to execute. Let us see how it will go to show here. That is what I am trying to tell here. So I have taken from 2 to 50, but for the simplification of how to analyze the problem, for that I am taking only two numbers. Lower equals to 2, upper is equal to 5. So what is the num value? 2 comma 5 plus 1. Correct? So that is what we are trying to do. So we are given lower and we have given upper. What is the num value? Lower comma upper plus 1. 2 comma 5 plus 1, it becomes 6. So 2 comma 6. That's what we have shown here. 2 comma 6. What is the num? Total num will be 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to check that. So if num is equal to 2. If 2 is less than 6, condition is true. Then it comes, checks. What is that? Num is equal to 2. If 2 is greater than 1. If num is greater than 1, yes, condition is true. So then I is equal to 2 comma 2. Condition is false. So it comes out. Print output is 2. Then num is equal to 2 plus 1. It becomes 3. If 3 is less than 6. Condition is true. This is what I am trying to do now. Here. 3 is greater than 1. Yes. Then for I in range 2 comma 6. So that is what I am trying to do here. 2 plus 1 3. 3 is less than 6. Condition is true. And 3 is greater than 1. Condition is true. Then I is equal to 2 comma 3. I is equal to 2. 2 is less than 3. Condition is true. 3% 2 is equal to 0. Condition is false. Print num value. So what is the num value? 3. So output is 3. Now num is equal to 3 plus 1. It becomes 4. Is 4 is less than 6. Condition is true. Num is equal to 4. You are going to take. If 4 is greater than 1. Condition is true. Then I is equal to, for I in range, for num in range 2 comma 4. So I is equal to 2 comma 4. So that is what I am trying to tell you here. This is the one. For I in range 2 comma num. So 2 comma 4. Correct? So here 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 means I is equal to 2 comma 3. Is 4% num percent I is equal to 0? Yes. That means is 4% 2 is equal to 0. Condition is true. So it breaks that statement and goes back and takes the increment. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Is 5 is less than 6? Condition is true. Num is equal to 5. Is 5 is greater than 1? Condition is true. Then I is equal to 2 comma 5. 2, 3, 4. I want to check. So what I am doing, I is equal to 2. It takes num value. 2 is less than 5. Condition is true. Is 5%. Num is 5. Here the num is 5. 5% I is equal to 0. Condition is false. Then it takes the increment. I is equal to 3. 3 is less than 5. Condition is true. 5% 3 is equal to 0. Condition is false. Again it takes the increment. 3 plus 1 it becomes 4. I is equal to 4. Is 4 is less than 5. Condition is true. 5% 4 is equal to 0. Condition is false. So it again it goes back. 4 plus 1 it becomes 5. I is equal to 5. 5 is less than 5. Condition is false. So print the num value. The num value is the output, which is 5. So num will become 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. 6 is less than 6. Condition is false. Therefore, the output will be 2 comma 3 comma 5. So this is how you will be able to execute this program. But how to write this in our code? We are going to write that. So first is lower equals int input, enter the lower limit number here. Okay. Then we will go to take upper int input, enter the upper limit number. Okay. Next, for num in range, lower comma upper plus 1. Next, if num is greater than 1, correct? For I in range, for not I in range 2 comma num if num percent I equals 0, then I should break that, correct? Then else print num comma end equals backslash t. So this is how I will be able to write the program for this. Okay. Now we will try to execute this. I will enter the first number, I will take 2 and I will take the number as 51. So it will go and check these values and you will go to get the output 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37. I think it is 41. Then 43, 47. So this is how you will be able to execute. I am going to give a very limited number. Say for example, I will going to consider a lower limit number as 2 and the upper limit number as 5. Okay. Then lower is upper, num is 2 comma 6. 2 comma 6. Okay. So lower is 2, upper is 5, plus 1, it becomes 6. So eventually what I am doing is I am taking num is equal to 2. Is 2 is greater than 1, condition is true. So 2 comma 2, no, it comes out directly, print num. So it will going to print the value 2. Since you have end is equal to backslash t, the cursor will going to remain in the same line. That is why we can see the cursor here in the same line. Now once 2 is over, I will going to go for 3 now. So why? Because 2 comma 5 plus 1 becomes 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to check. So now I am checking for 3 now. Is 3 is greater than 1? Condition is true. So 2 comma 3 now. So it will execute now. So it comes to this. I is equal to 2 now. 3% I is equal to 0. No, condition is false. Again it goes back and takes the increment 3 now. Can I get 3 now? 3% I. So that is 5% I. 5% I is 3 now. I is 3. You will want to take here. So now it won't execute this. So it comes to this. So num is equal to 3 now. Now once you get that, now it will going to take the value of num as 4 now. Num becomes 4. Is 4 is greater than 1. Condition is true. 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 means 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. That's all. So now it initializes the value of I as 2 now. 4% 2 is equal to 0. Yes, condition is true. So it will go to break this. Again it goes to the loop and takes the increment. So upper is 6. So upper is 5 now. So num is 5. Is 5 is greater than 1. Condition is true. Okay. 2 comma 5 now. 2 comma 5 means I is equal to 2. 5% I. That is 5% 2 is equal to 0. No. It goes back. I is equal to 3. It takes the increment. So 5% 3 is equal to 0. No. It goes back. Takes the increment. Okay. 3 plus 1 it becomes 4. I is equal to 4. Num is 5. 5% I. 5% 4 is equal to 0. No. Condition is false. And try to take the one more increment. It will not going to take. And comes to the else statement. Num is going to become 5 now. Then again it goes back and tries to take the increment. So already upper is 5. You're going to take 6. It comes out the command or it comes out of the loop. So this is how you will be able to execute in detail in the stepwise manner to how to track your program. Suppose if I want to give some other values, like for example, I will say Python file. Okay, enter the 100, then I will take 150, check the numbers which are in, it will going to give the values of the prime numbers which is between in the range 101 to 150. So this is how you will be able to write a program for checking the prime numbers between the lower and the upper limit of the given number. Thank you.